happy Monday the 13th. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta find the right tab. It's too many. My brain is like all my tabs. Okay, I did add two announcements in there, Diane. I lied to you like a Persian rug.
Well, it's hard not to give our leader shout outs and give our group heads up. So
I know. Okay, so Leaders Lunch, shout out Jade has already earned her spot for adding a new teammate this month to Leaders Lunch. So exciting. I know she's going to add way more than one. So she's got big fun goals this year. So excited for you, Jade.
exciting.
Congrats on her way up, building her business. Um, so the qualifications for earning your Leaders Lunch spot have not changed. It's 1,000 wholesale. It's a new teammate, promoting yourself to a new position. And when you're a first time team leader, 5 or more active, we buy your lunch. So if you like free food, get more teammates.
Absolutely.
And then we have our unit awards this Thursday, which that got shifted. It's the 16th.
You too can be a sales director.
Yes, I did not attach. It's the 16th. This Thursday is 16th. So what it's fine. So reminder to let your director know if what dessert or appetizer you're going to bring. So then we don't have 12 sheets of brownies, which I love brownies, but we don't need 12 sheets. You know what I mean?
Right.
So unless they're all different flavors, I don't know. One of the many things that I cannot make. So we're gonna start at 6. Dinner will be served at 6:30. Apparel is like cute sundress. Again, no jeans, no leggings. We want to dress cute and nice, but you don't have to be like in a suit. Like we will not be in our director jackets. Too hot for that.
Like sundresses and elevated capris or like shorts that you could wear to the country club.
Yes. Yeah, no jean
So
shorts, no Daisy Dukes.
yeah, but if you have a cute like longer linen short or something, it's fine. Cute blouse instead of a t-shirt, absolutely. And you all know I love a graphic tee and a little denim. So if I can do it, you can do it.
And then we did want to remind you about our fun prizes this month. And they are cumulative, which is new. Normally prizes are not cumulative.
Yeah, usually you're one and done, highest category, right?
Yes. Yes. So now you can accumulate as you
if
go
you're
down.
a collector, either put it in the chat here or put it in the comments on the YouTube replay.
Yes. And congrats to Valerie Valona, my unit, who has already joined the Sticker Club, earned her oh my God, I forgot the Zoom is called. The 300 by the 15th Zoom. I'm having a brain fart.
Oh, you just told me this.
I can't think of the name of it. My brain. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. We've had it for many moons. Remember 300 plus one newbie earns you a seat at the growth table as well, of course, leaders lunch. And the growth table is a virtual event only for those achievers. And it's 300 wholesale in the month and one new active in that same month. And the August speaker is Rachel Zarling, my girlfriend who just did 1.4 million with her unit this year. So very excited for Rachel, like such an incredible achievement. So you're definitely gonna want to hear from her. Okay. Lisa Madsen's daughter in the flesh. Oh, got someone coming in. Okay. And then Full Circle Club is 600 wholesale plus one newbie. So you get the above 2 plus you get a fun luggage tag with your initial on it. So stinking cute. Elite Full Circle, 1,000 wholesale plus your newbie gives you all the above plus that really nice lighted travel mirror. Because when you're sharing a room with a few girls and there's only one mirror and usually the light sucks, like you need your own. You need your own little setup spot. And don't forget to what unit courts that it puts you on target for. Duchess Court of Sales, Princess Court of Sales. And then if you're like, girl, I'm doing National Court of Sales because you want that adorable timeless tennis bracelet, like that legacy piece you can pass down to your kiddos, your family, your in-laws, whomever. When you have 1,800 wholesale and a medal means 3 or more newbies in a month, you get the fun packing cubes, everything above it. So yes, we are cheering you on this month. And I know July can be a slow start, right? Because it's like we just came off June, which is like a marathon race. And then we're like, okay, now we're resetting for the new year. So even though we still have half the month, like we still have half the month, which is so exciting.
Let's just have a minute for that makeup mirror. It's not just Mary Kay sharing her room. Some of y'all are taking your kids across the state and across the country for like sports camps and science camp and all kinds of things right now. And when you're scrambling to get them kids out the door, get them breakfast in the lobby of the hotel and still look cute, like you gotta have a little go-go in you. So, don't be just thinking about like, oh, I'm not going to seminar, I don't need that. Be thinking about like, I can be cute when I'm doing regular life. I don't have to be the haggard mom. I can be the polished mom.
Yeah. Especially with the eyeshadow sticks, it makes doing your face so much faster.
And if your family's up and out, no shade thrown to the girls who have a little waning estrogen, but I like a good makeup mirror so that I can find out, where I might have a little whisker. So so any one of those camps, you can stretch and go there.
I love it. Okay, so we are going to be doing over the next 8 weeks something we call the success trail. So we're going to give you a little bit of training that's going to be building off of one another. And last week we showed all the new promos for the year. Like a lot of you have set nice big goals. If you have not set a goal yet, please do so and communicate that to your director because we want to know. We cannot read your mind. We have no idea unless you tell us, okay? We have hopes and dreams for you, but they might not be what your hopes and dreams are. So let us know so we can assist you in whatever way is appropriate. Okay. So with a big goal, first we have this emotional cycle that we all go through. Even Diane and I go through this emotional cycle as sales directors. So we are not
Can
immune.
I tell them a secret?
Yeah. It's a secret. Right. We're not immune from all the feels. Okay.
Right. And the first like 2 or 3 minutes of our call, sometimes they're like, "Ooh, I got to get this off my chest." But that's the key. How many minutes? 2 or 3. Then we move on. So Danny's going to give you some great training, but I want to remind you that if you're a lamenter, a ponderer, or an overthinker, you can take this slide and then you can add a little, like what's hourglass GIF or emoji to it. So when you're looking at it to remind yourself how to move through, you can also remind yourself that you don't need days to process a cycle. Like set the hourglass and keep it moving, sister.
Yep. So the first stage of the goal when you set it is excitement. You're like, oh my God, I can accomplish anything. Like, especially after you've been like to an in-person Mary Kay event, like you just come off this like hardcore high where you're like, I can conquer the world. You're dreaming big. You're very positive. Like nothing is going to get you down when you are dreaming big, setting that initial goal. Then comes stage 2, friends. And we've all been there. Frustration and shock. This can come in the form of cancellations, being ghosted. Do I get ghosted? All the time. All the time. I get ghosted all the time. Sometimes
I get ghosted by women who sometimes have a consultant number.
Yes, I was literally going to say sometimes you ghost me. Not Diane. Like,
right. No, I do ghost you. So honest to God, I want to share this this is good. This is like the transparency is going to be really inspirational to the girls who are like, can I really move up? So I don't open business messages unless I can make notes right in front of me because I'll forget. Like Danny will send me a Facebook Messenger and someone will chime in and then like, no way. So, and she'll see that I've been on, like, I might have posted a beach picture and she's like, girl, I know you saw my message. Right. But like, I don't have my business hat on. So even we can feel like we're getting ghosted when we're really not. So the emotional cycle is part of it, but also we have to be really careful what we tell ourselves. Like sometimes people are not even on their phone. They're on like another device. They're on a tablet. So you've texted them and you're telling yourself they're ghosting you. They're not even on their phone. They're like on their laptop at work, So in addition to the emotion of it, we have to be careful that the story we're telling ourselves supports the emotion we want to feel also.
Yes, thank you. That's so true. And I have called people. I'm like, I know you're looking at this. But also like sometimes like life just happens. Like your customer's kid gets a hold of their phone. Like I watched Cecilia do this because I'm all Apple. You guys know I'm in that cult, right? So my phone is connected to my iPad and my laptop. So Cece will have my iPad and I'll watch her swipe messages away. I'm like, girl, I needed that. So your customer's kids are they're ignoring you and your customer might not even know that a message or a call went through. Okay. So frustration and shock will happen, but as Diane said, like asking yourself, like, is it true? Like what the narrative you're telling yourself. Okay. Stage 3 is denial and withdrawal. When you guys start avoiding us, we know, like, we know Like, don't avoid us. I'm so notorious for that. Like when I was a consultant, like I would stop showing up to things because I didn't want to submit my numbers, or like I just was like, oh, I didn't do the work, so I just don't even want to go and like see my senior Heather Julson. Like I would literally try and ghost her. So when you ghost us, we know that you are in this dark valley of the emotional cycle. So when you're frustrated, when you're scrolling instead of working, when you're procrastinating making the phone call, or procrastinating getting out the door to do Working Women, whatever it is, like reach out. You always want to reach up. When you're frustrated, you always want to reach up to somebody that's at a different position. So like when I'm frustrated, I'll usually reach to Diane, because even though we're both sales directors, like she's very veteran sales director, right? She's been doing this for my life span. Okay. Or I'll reach up to like one of my Cadillac.
Yeah. Hey, I hear you for your lifespan.
Right. So I always want to reach up to somebody who's been doing it longer, and she's in a position that I wouldn't mind trading spots with. If you wouldn't trade spots with her, do not reach out to her for advice or encouragement. If you would not trade spots with her, and that sounds really mean, but it's true. Reach out to your director, you know, reach up, because we've been there a bunch of times. We can help you get through it. We can workshop things with you. Like we want to help you, but if you avoid us, we cannot help you. Okay.
You know what? Let's talk about one other side of that for a quick second. So yeah, Danny reaches out to me because I have years of experience, and I reach out to Danny truthfully because she has accomplished more in the shorter time she's been here than really I ever have. Her work ethic and her goals are just bigger than mine were back in the time when I was, in your season. And I respect that, because with those big goals comes big experience. So it's really helpful. But the other thing I want you to ask yourself is, when you're reaching out to someone, do you consider, when you share your good stuff, that someone can celebrate alongside you? But when you share your hard stuff, your bad stuff, your complaining stuff, do you believe the people that you're reaching out to and sharing that with might be affected by what you're sharing? So it's really important that you reach out to someone who's empowered enough to navigate it, that you're not taking someone else's day that was maybe, on a scale of 1 to 10, smack dab in the middle, and now they're in a mood too. So it's really important that reaching up, not just reaching out, because you want someone with a skill set who can say, I get your frustration. I understand your disappointment, and maybe even share it, but not be directly affected by it. And, you want to ask yourself, in your circle, to protect your emotional cycle, do you feel better than, equal to, or less than when you're around someone? And also, what kind of someone are you?
So good. Stage 4 is fear. I feel like a lot of us can get caught in fear. You're like, I'm posting too much. I'm bothering them. Am I contacting them too many times? Okay. And I love to give the example of someone messaging me in June saying like, hey, are you still doing that Mary Kay thing? I would deem myself the queen of social media to a lot of people. You're not posting too much. Okay. Like they are not looking at you as much as you think they are looking at you. Okay. You are not bothering them. If somebody directly says, no, thank you, then move on. Right. But until they say no, like it's not a no, it's a maybe or a yes. Okay. And when you start, like you can really train your brain, and there's so many things that you can read about, like of how like the brain chemistry works, but like what you tell yourself, what you say out loud, what you write down, like you can literally train your brain to think differently. Like if I tell myself like, oh my God, I'm just so tired, like today sucks, like she's probably just going to cancel anyway. Like if you speak that, you put it out into the world, you're thinking it, like there's a solid chance it's going to happen. You are going to be too tired. It's the Mary Kay Ash quote that I just love so much. It's like, if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you're also right. Like whatever your mindset is. But if I say today is going to be an amazing day, everyone's going to book with me, I'm so excited. Like that energy is going to train your brain into excitement. It's not really like fake it till you make it, but it's like putting out into the world what you want to receive and happen, which sounds, I know, a little cheesy, but it's true. It works. You can read up on it. And sometimes too, like they've also done studies about like wearing makeup every day. So I'm an at-home mom, right? But also I will put on a full face. When I say full face makeup, foundation, eyebrows, lip gloss, cheek color, sometimes mascara, right? Like I will still do all those things, even if I have no appointments that day, no Zooms that day, because you will be more productive. And there's studies behind it. You'll be more productive, more energetic, like better at your job when you do that. So, how are you starting off your day? Are you starting off your day on a positive note? Are you getting yourself cute and put together? Like, I wear a sundress almost every day because it brings me joy. They're also very comfortable. Squeezing myself into shorts does not bring me joy. Okay, but I dress a little elevated because it makes me feel a little elevated. It gives me a little more confidence. So like find those things that are going to elevate you and give you confidence and like your daily affirmations. Like play your daily affirmation or say it as many times as you need when you start getting into these darker stages of the emotional cycle, the fear, the denial, the frustration. Like remind yourself what your goal is. Remind yourself of your amazing skills because we all have amazing gifts. You know, affirm that. If you don't know what your amazing gifts are, ask your girlfriend. They'll tell you like what your strengths and amazingness is. Like Diane's so good at like giving words of affirmation. I'm great at receiving them, but she's really great at giving them and telling you like what your strength.
We can get along so well.
Tells me I'm pretty, and I'm like thanks. Anyway, no, just more than that. Um, but like when you get into the fear zone, like have I Diane gave me like the best piece of advice that Jensen gave her when she was getting down with migraines. So there was one day that I called Diane because Cece hadn't been sleeping. I was frustrated. My mom was out of town. Like I didn't have help. And I just called her and I was like, are you back yet? And I'm like, Cece's not sleeping. She's goes, sounds like you haven't either. And like I just like was so tired and frustrated. It's like when Cece was like potato. And I just didn't know what to do. And she's like, do you have like a list of things that you can write down to try with the baby so that when you're in crisis mode, you can just read the index card that says like check diaper, you know, is she hungry? You know, like go through the things that work to soothe her. But I like because when you're so like frustrated and tired at the moment, it's hard to think of like what should I be doing? So that was like if when you get in these like frustrated, sad zones, like have a list of things that you can do, like say your daily affirmation, like read a Bible passage, like whatever it is to put you in that good headspace, like do it. So thank you for that life advice, Dan.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. But the checklist extends to ourselves personally as well. And I just did some coaching with someone in the past quarter, and they reminded me, ask yourself when you're in that middle of that, like you're in the cycle, right? And like you were doing good, and then am I hungry? Like, where's my blood sugar at? Am I tired? Am I frustrated? Am I bored? Right? Like, because we tend to do avoidance behavior in those things. Sometimes we need a quick dopamine hit. So can you make yourself a list of healthy dopamine? Like sometimes you can literally just walk around your kitchen 4 times in a big circle. You can let your pet out, play with your kitten for a minute. Like there's things that you can do that will just get you back in that frame of mind. Like have a hype song. Your affirmations can do it, but also crisis mode. My daughter's observation for me was when I have a migraine is when I'm least capable of treating a migraine. So those index cards again, that little note in your phone. So if you know, like maybe 1:30 in the afternoon is where you fall off your task orientation. So you can be proactive about that. You can figure out, oh, I seem to have the same like downtime every day or the same thing. And then set a little reminder in your phone that like, okay, at 1:35, if I'm off task, what am I going to do? Maybe you're going to take a little iced coffee break and go, take a little Starbucks run or go into your kitchen and, get yourself a little healthy movement in the right direction, but then redirect yourself. And sometimes we're doing this lovely pace setters right now, and that you could sign up for. And if anyone's not signed up and wants to get in on it, please reach out to us. We will find a way to help you benefit from those materials because they're so helpful. But one of the things that can stop us in our tracks is sometimes anxiety. So it ties really well to this emotional cycle. And anxiety, just Google box breathing. Make sure that you do it till you yawn. Not every box breathing little tutorial will tell you to do it as she yawns. We'll do it till you yawn. And but that's a sign that your vagus nerve is resetting and that your fight or flight is being turned back down. But like anxiety can trigger all of these things. Anxiety can trigger frustration, anger, shock, fear, all of it. And like you have control over that anxiety. Just this week, I was reaching out to someone that I made a new contact, a lead that I was really excited to connect with. And as I was reaching out, I found myself, I need a drink. I went into the kitchen. I came back, sat down. And like 3 times I'm like, what are you? And all of a sudden I realized I was in avoidance behavior. Why would I avoid someone I was actually excited to work with? Because I was experiencing anxiety. Because I was tied to the outcome. So we cannot predict the outcome. All we can do is control the action, our action. And if you release outcome, that will help tone down your anxiety as well. But luckily, to Danny's point, I have a list of things that makes me more self-aware. And I had to pause and like, oh, I feel it in my stomach. Sometimes if you're feeling that resistance, a change of position can do it. If you're sitting at your desk, get up and stand, shake it out, use a little somatic movement. Those things can all help you manage your emotional cycle in a really healthy way, where you find yourself feeling the next time you're in that denial, oh, you see our name on the screen of your phone, like, why is she calling me? Instead of asking yourself, like ask yourself, how does she want to serve me? How does she want to help me? What is she offering me? Not what is she asking of me? Because although we have goals, our job, our literal job for Mary Kay is to help you and honor where you're at. So maybe like change our name in your phone if you have to, like Danny Sadler, my favorite helper, but Diane Kushel hype squad, I mean, seriously, like we have to do the things to like, I want you to sit with this after this training, take a minute and really, I want you to reflect on what are your behaviors? What is your default when you're in each of these cycles? Even the excitement cycle can be dangerous because we'll reach for the low hanging fruit, right? Like, oh, I'm going to call the girl that I know wants an appointment. How about you call the girl that you want the appointment with also? Like, so each of these, look at the pros and cons of them and look at your own personal behaviors and make some notes. Like, be your own coach a little bit. You have the ability to do it. And I will tell you what's kept me in Mary Kay for more than 3 decades is this emotional cycle does not just pertain to Mary Kay. It pertains to most circumstances in our life: a new exercise plan, a new diet plan, a new relationship, a new job, your kids on a new team, you've moved to a new community, like retirement, like everything we experience can fit into this category. So I really like take this tool for your business because that's where you're primary coach. But like, listen, if you just started something new, maybe you started a new hobby and you're determined to be the best potter in the community, it's okay. But like, what will you do in the like when the little pottery is collapsing on the wheel? How will you handle that? Look at it and empower yourself to really get right back to stage 1, as quickly as possible.
Yep. And stage 5, anger and blame, when you're like trying to blame things, like look at the activity that you've been doing and ask yourself, like, is this true? Is it really true? It's like the whole limiting beliefs thing, which is that could be a whole month in itself, is limiting training on limiting beliefs.
Oh, yeah.
Study. That would be a really good one, actually. Side note for later. But like look at what your activity has been, and then like kind of have like a real talk with yourself. Maybe you had 5 no's in a row. Well, did you only ask 5 people? Because you need a larger volume of numbers for the law of averages to work out. So you might get 5 no's in a row, but then you also might get 5 yeses in a row. So you just have to ask yourself, like, are you doing the activity that is going to project you to the goal that you've achieved? And only you can answer that question. Or if you really want to, blunt answer, ask me. You can ask me just when you're doing a call, be asking like, you want happy Danny or do you want blunt Danny? Because she's 2 different ladies. She'll give you whichever one you need. Okay. That's just the math part of my brain. It's just like cut and dry. Anyway, so look at your activity, look at all of that. And stage 6 is that emotional recovery. It's the reaching up to somebody. It's showing up to meetings. It's so easy to be like, I'm just so tired. But like, I challenge you to go to a Mary Kay event or party and not be pumped afterwards. Like, it is always so much fun when you go in person to Mary, like in person, there's nothing better than in-person Mary Kay, in my opinion. Okay. But protect your mind, like do the affirmations, do book studies, read the listen to podcasts. Like, I would love to be the kind of person that could say, like, I'm going to sit down and read a book, but my brain is too bananas. So I can listen to an audio book while I'm doing dishes. Like, I can't just do one thing at a time. I don't know. Maybe I do have a little ADHD in me. I don't know. But like, set yourself up for success, plan your work out ahead of time, so you're not just trying to like go on the fly, like, what should I be doing today? Like, make your list the night before. Like, I have not gotten a 6 most important things list from a consultant in quite a few weeks. Just gonna put it out there. Haven't gotten it. Blunt Danny. Okay. Send me your six most important things list. Send me a quick message on Facebook with a picture of it written down or typed out. Like, you're not bothering me. I love to see those. I love to see those in our group messenger chat the other day. I saw one of my six most important things list that I had texted Heather Jolson when I was a consultant. I was like, oh my God, it was like in my time hop. And it was so fun to see, like, what was I doing as a consultant? And one of the bullets was like, third follow up with Ivana's party, second follow up with so and so's party. And I was like, wow, I was really good at follow up. I was a little proud of myself too at the same time. Um, yes. So the emotional cycle, she's real, but it's going back to like knowing your tools, setting yourself up for success, and planning it all out. If you're just running by the seat of your pants, you will disappoint yourself. If you plan it out, you will not disappoint yourself. Okay. So let's look at the bottom of this PDF. You're welcome to take a screenshot of it or pardon me, write it out. So this is kind of like your Diane Kushel index card. Just coining it. So when you feel discouraged, who is somebody that you can call? It can be your director, or if you've got someone else that is your Goomba, like you're not going to offend us, but find someone who's reaching up that can help you, not down, not across, but up. Okay. What can you listen to when you're feeling down? You know, for me, it's the song, like the Pink Cadillac song. I listened to that so much this week being in the Pink Cadillac. Okay. Listening to an affirmation Lisa Madsen recorded for me many moons ago. What can you physically read? Is it your Bible? Is it a book? You know, your affirmation, you can have it written down or you can record yourself saying your affirmation, or I would even record your affirmation if you sent it to me. I would totally record it and send it back to you. Like if you want me to, I want to hear Danny's voice even more than you already do. Okay. But I had Lisa Madsen record mine and I love hearing her voice all the time. It brings me a lot of joy. And then take action, arguably one of the most important. Like, what are you going to do? Like, it's kind of like, this is your circumstance. What are you going to do about it? You going to curl into a ball? Or are you going to take action to improve your situation? You know, like, what are you going to do about?
I want to share something about action. So Judy Roman, we were talking before about, I don't know, not taking your director's call. So Judy Roman was number 4 in Colorado in June, like, and she's been retired for probably 4 years, 5 years. Like, she's like in the height of her day, she was doing the extended trip, 650 always, sometimes 800. And I wasn't always taking her call. Like, I didn't understand the value of it. It was the same thing that you guys go through. It's like, what does she want? Like, why is she reaching out to me? I'm not really working that hard. I don't understand what's happening, right? So there's that, the value, but really she just wanted to reach out and see if she could help me. Like, where are you at in life? And can Mary Kay be an asset to you right now? Or do you just want to be kept in the loop? So in case something changes, that's really, but I'll never forget what she taught me about decision making and action going hand in hand. So, Danny, what you were saying just resonate with me so much. Like where are you at, and what is your current goal, and what are you doing about it? And Judy literally said, you can choose to go on a diet in the middle of a bag of chips. Like, you can literally just put them down and begin again. If that is not one of the most liberating statements I've ever heard, like, just because you made a decision that isn't aligned with your goals and took a little action in the wrong direction does not mean that you cannot just hit pause or stop and immediately change direction. It's okay. If you were going to make an hour's worth of calls after dinner on a Tuesday night and you find yourself in laundry and beverage and kitchen deep, nothing gets your kitchen deep cleaned like scheduling your phone time, right? Like, if you are a procrastinator, drop in the comments what you'll do to get yourself out of what you said you'll do, right? But you can catch yourself in the middle of scrub and go, nope, this little crumb will still be here at 8:45 when I've made my calls. So even if you were going to do an hour and you manage to avoid yourself for, 40 minutes, whatever, go finish up the minute you recognize it, because you will feel so empowered the minute you take that action. It will not be about, oh, you didn't make your calls. You'd be like, well, at least you got some of your calls in, so it's a total mindset shift. So action is your friend, as long as it's aligned with your ultimate goals.
Totally agree. So there's 4 bullet points off to the right. We want you to pick at least one of them that you'll kind of be like really intentional about doing this week. And then we want you to text it to your director, which of those 4 bullet points you're really going to make a priority. And you can pick more than one, but we want you to pick at least one, okay, that you're going to focus on. And feel free to text it to your director. We'd love to see what you're focusing on. And we want to see your 6 most important things list. Gonna
Yes, we
carve.
do.
And if it says 6 things, make it 3 things. Whatever activity aligns with your goal, like write it down and send it to us. It doesn't have to be exactly 6. Okay. Don't make it more than 6 because you won't finish it. But make it, you know, you know what I'm saying. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions before we bid you adieu? Nope, we're just amazing.
No questions. Oh, the only thing I have is I'm going to do my first like Zoom facial with somebody.
Ooh.
So I'm going to the post office today and dropping off a little, packet.
Mhm.
She lives in Pennsylvania, and she said, "Well, what do we do?" And I said, "Well, once you get the packet, we get together and we do a Zoom call." So is there something that you have or something recorded of which could be used as like a guide for something like that, for like a Zoom facial?
So I guess I want to know like what products are you sending
Yeah.
her?
Oh, I sent her the charcoal mask. I sent her the Time Wise, just samples of the Time Wise
The miracle
uh,
set.
miracle set. Sorry, the miracle set. A little rusty here, but
It's all good.
um,
Like ride a
and
bike, you'll be fine.
yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I would say use your flip chart.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, one thing Melissa Skrzyszewski does, and my new offspring, still saying that, Heather does, is they're so intentional about
Huh.
like showing that they're even reading off the flip chart or like holding up the product fact sheet and be like, wait a minute, let me make sure I get you all this information correctly. I don't want to forget an
Okay.
ingredient. Like they're really intentional about doing that. And I
Okay.
think it makes like people are always really appreciative of them like taking the quick second and like it shows that they're duplicatable too.
So like hold up the flip chart.
Yeah, so like whether you have a product fact sheet or a flip chart, whatever it is,
Okay.
like as they're putting on, the cleanser, you can be like, oh my god, 4-in-1 cleanser, like it has every single word you would need in that flip chart.
Yep.
So
Okay.
that would be my suggestion.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
And I have made a lot of Mary Kay goals, right, in my 34 years of being in Mary Kay. And my newest one, I'll just share really quickly. I retired last year and decided that I was a little bored, and so I was going to pick up a little job at a restaurant. So this restaurant now is being sold.
I saw that.
Yeah. And so I thought to myself, the only thing that's guaranteed is something that you create yourself. And, I've always known that all this time. So decided to, I'm dropping off a men's line to a branch manager on my way to that restaurant. Asked him if he would just try the men's line and give me his opinion. He actually used to work at the Lancome counter. So yeah, he was actually one of my employees. So I'm going to drop that off to him and then do the Zoom facial. So I will, I'll let you guys know how it goes next week.
Yes.
Leafy, you made such a good point that you have security in your life already, but for some extras, for some time management, for some personal fulfillment, community connection, all the things you get from like a part-time job, right? Like it checks a lot of boxes.
Definitely.
But what happens when we have extra income come in? We start to make extra commitments, whether you're going to support a mission at church, you're going to pay for a camp for a kid or a grandkid, right? Like, oh, I'll send them to the sports camp. I got a little extra scratch. You're going to book a cruise. Maybe you'll get the extended excursion. Like we when we have extra income, we allocate that extra income. Very few of us decide to put it just in a savings account,
Mm-hmm.
and we feel good about spending well-earned money, right? But to your point that the only security really comes from working for ourselves. Like if you're going to choose a side hustle of some kind, what happens if you say, I have 4 grandkids, or I have 2 littles, or I have a mom I've always wanted to take on vacation. And then you commit based on that restaurant job, right? Like, okay, we're going to go in 6 months and I'm going to make this money. And then 3 months in, like, voila, like your source is gone. So
Mhm.
the security that comes from not only working a Mary Kay business, but being empowered that you can work it at any time. So I want to encourage every consultant on us or in the replay, collect your tools, your systems, and your skills like you're going to need this to pay your mortgage someday. Because the security of knowing that your future is never going to be in someone else's hands is powerful. You know, it's real. And it really, to tie right back to the beautiful training Danny gave us, it really gives you control over the emotional cycle, because fear will keep you stuck in the wrong phase of the cycle for sure. And financial fear can be real. So when you feel empowered that this business can pay my bills if I needed to, this business can take me on a Mediterranean cruise or pay for increased health insurance, right? Whatever it is that we're dealing with, like, it's very empowering. And that really does give you more control over the cycle that we're all subject to.
Awesome. Well, thanks, ladies, so much for being on. We look forward to your messages.
Lisa, I can't wait for you to report back in. I want to hear about your first Zoom. So make sure to share.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm mailing it
Yay.
out today. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.